What's up, everybody? Brett here. Today we're going to be playing some Warcraft 3 Reforged. Guys, it's like my childhood has just popped up in front of me and slapped me in the face. The nostalgia is super hard. I mentioned in another video, if you haven't been following my channel for a long time, how you doing? My name is Brett. I'm an OG Warcraft 3 player. I played it when I was a little kid on my parents' 98 Compact. One of the first great games I ever played. Red Alert 2 was up there, if I had to talk about computer games. But also, yeah, before we get some really racist stuff in the chat, let's just go ahead and jump into the campaign. Guys, I'm going to be doing a hard Let's Play. I don't know why it doesn't have all my progress saved. I'm not quite sure why these accounts aren't linked. But on my other computer, I was able to, I beat Reign of Chaos on hard. Like I said, I'm an OG player. I know where all the secrets are. I know how all the levels work. Making most of the stuff really not that hard for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I am all about the lore. I love watching cutscenes. I like trying to find every little Easter egg I can. So sometimes that'll mean I'm not playing super optimally, just because I want to discover everything. So if you're really into learning the maps and understanding the story, then this should be the Let's Play for you. So let's go ahead and jump into the prologue campaign, where you get kind of acquainted with the controls. And like I said, we're going to be playing on hard. And we're going to watch everything, so don't mind if I shut up and I just kind of let this play.
The sands of time have run out, son of Duratan. The cries of war echo upon the winds. The remnants of the past scar the land. Which is besieged once again by conflict. Arise to challenge fate and lead their brethren to battle. As mortal armies rush blindly towards their doom, the burning shadow comes to consume us all. You must rally the Horde and lead your people to their destiny.
Alright, that pop-up of Thrall might be the worst looking thing in the whole game, but
Seek
they're forgiven.
out.
Alright guys, it all starts with a prophetic dream and a raven. I have noticed, especially on my laptop, there's some bugginess with the way the screens load and things. Hopefully it's not an issue on this computer. It's the first time I've ever kind of kicked it up here. I had problems with my authenticator, kind of locked me out of my own account for a long time. But I got that all resolved, thankfully. And guys, I'm going to read everything I can. So it says, Chasing Visions, Chapter 1. Somewhere in the Arathi Highlands, Thrall, the young war chief of the Orcish horde, wakes from his troubling dream.
What kind of nightmare was that?
It was not a nightmare, young war chief, but a vision. Follow me, and I will reveal what your future holds.
I don't know what this is all about, but I'll play along.
Alright. So guys, we're Thrall. I'm going to kind of go through a few things as if some of you guys is first time ever playing this. I'm 30 years old, guys. Like I said,
to be on your way.
I played this
However,
when
you
it
must
was
first learn how to give
coming
orders
out.
to Thrall. Try ordering
we're gonna try
Thrall
and
to
shut
move
this guy
down the
up.
path.
There we go. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over everything.
Skillfully done. However, the orc encampment is still far off. In order to reach the next banner,
I forgot how annoying this guy
scroll the screen
was.
to the north by moving your mouse to the top edge of the screen.
We're doing the tutorial. There are
Very
things
good.
to get in the tutorial.
The path to the next banner leads through a black area.
As well as story elements.
This black area represents terrain that has not been discovered yet. Notice how the black area shrinks as Thrall moves through it. This reflects areas you have explored.
Also keep in mind that some of these things that they're teaching were pretty, like, new concepts
Select
for the
Thrall
time.
and order
like,
him to move to
we
the
all
banner
understand
in the
what
middle
Fog
of
of
the
War is
encampment.
now. But when this game came out, it was still kind of a new idea.
Loktar, my warriors.
Alright, so let's hot group
We
them,
are
control
yours to
1.
command, War Chief.
And now anytime I
Now
hit
that your troops
the
are
one
all
key,
selected,
I
order
can,
them to move
just
to the
summon
next
them up.
banner.
Little pigs. Alright, right off the bat, I'm going to show you guys the most important Easter egg in the entire game. You'll notice I'm just clicking on this pig. I forget the exact number of clicks. Boom. Most important Easter egg in the game. You heard it here first.
Are restless.
And let's bring everybody to the next waypoint.
Prepare yourselves. I sense a knoll ahead.
To order Thrall's forces to defeat this foul creature, select all of your troops.
There we
This
go.
was only a scout, but the knoll's camp lies just ahead.
Get this out.
Order your troops to perform an aggressive attack move into the enemy
Damn,
encampment.
just trees.
To do this, select all of your troops, click the attack button, and then left-click on the ground in the middle of the knoll camp.
We're going to play along with this for a minute. I know it's, for some of you guys out there, you're rolling your eyes because you've played this game, you've beaten this game. You know how it works. You'll see we're getting experience.
I am the War Chief.
But for those of you out there who don't know what's going on, I made a hot group, and all I have to do to make sure
Good
that
job.
my units run and
Notice that
attack
Thrall
is
gained
press
a
the A
level
button,
from the experience that he
and
earned
then
in
move.
combat.
And they'll be
Only
aggressive as they
heroes
move.
can acquire experience, allowing them to become incredibly... Whenever you click on the Hero Abilities button, the bottom right corner of your screen changes to show what abilities can
Thank
be
you,
learned.
kind narrator. So
To
our
spend
hero
Thrall's
abilities
hero
are here.
point and learn...
We're going to grab Chain Lightning. So Chain Lightning bounces up to 4 times, 85 damage on primary target. Each point deals less damage. Also, I'll highly recommend, if you're new to the game and you're doing your first campaign, destroy every building you come across. It's hard for me to remember exactly which buildings have secret items in them, but a lot of them do in the game. You'll find, I mean, sometimes really strong items. Sometimes you'll also find like tones to permanently increase your power.
Yes. For honor.
Nothing but trees. Trying to keep me in
War
check.
Chief, we've
I'll find
discovered
the
a group
secrets,
of
though.
Murloc raiders in the nearby river.
The Murlocs would make excellent targets for your
so we're
new
gonna
Chain
Chain
Lightning
Lightning them.
spell. To
That
have
does a
Thrall
lot of
use
damage.
as a new ability,
They have no
click on
armor.
the Chain Lightning.
9 to 10 attack.
Some monsters drop treasure when they are defeated.
Alright.
This
So we're gonna pick
particular
that up,
treasure
put it in our
chest contained a
inventory.
useful potion of mana. Notice that the potion now occupies one of Thrall's inventory slots near the
Beautiful
bottom middle
terrain.
of your screen. Potions of mana can be used to replenish a hero's mana, the magic energies
nothing
that
yet.
allow the casting of spells such as Chain Lightning.
Dabu.
Yeah, got it. So, guys, there will be all this narration later. If this is bugging you, it's bugging me too.
Dabu.
Every time I want to say something, he types up. It's all good. The narrator actually does a good job of explaining some of the mechanics in the
Yes.
game.
For honor.
Still in great shape, and there we go.
The wolf howl signifies that
All right.
night has begun.
So if you'll see up here in the top
Be
center,
wary,
there is
my
a day and night
warriors.
cycle in this game.
Don't let nightfall dull your senses.
With Thrall's levels especially, Thrall and Tyrande later for the Night Elves. If you're even curious that there might be something hidden in the trees or what
For
have you,
honor.
abilities like Farsight can scout for you and show you what might be there.
Dabu.
So there is like a little secret area off to the side
For
here.
honor.
It's not really secret. The changes to Reforged have made some of the visuals a lot
Yes.
clearer.
Dabu.
Unexplored areas often contain secrets or surprises that can be very useful.
Lokrigar, no
I've
god.
noticed several of them in the Arthas campaign. Things that I had to like really go out of my way to find a long time
For
ago
honor.
were really easy to find, were readily apparent.
Dabu.
And I'll
An
show you those
ogre.
when the time comes.
We'd have a fierce battle on our hands if the beast weren't sleeping. Lokrigar,
let's attack
no
him.
god.
Get a nice little surround here. So, creeps sleep at night. Normal units don't, but creeps do.
Yes.
If you're worried about someone taking too
Swobo.
much damage, you can kind of dance them back and forth and change the AI's
The
targeting.
spirits
That's a
are
good thing to do.
restless.
Like here, let's say, boom.
Yes.
Trees? No trees. Trees. Alright. I'm pretty sure there aren't any additional secrets on this map.
Dabu.
That's what I'm all about.
For honor. Yes.
Let's come down here. Always resist going the easy
golem.
path.
Watch yourselves, my brethren. Those creatures do not sleep at night.
They don't sleep at night, and they're also magic immune, and they have a ranged attack. They can stun you with a boulder.
Lokrigar, no gal.
So most levels are
I am
capped
the
in terms of
Warchief.
like your hero's level cap. So you'll notice,
What you
and
want?
we're gonna pull back there. He's taking the most damage.
Lokrigar,
You'll
no
notice we're
gal.
not getting any more experience.
Huh?
That's because Thrall
Let's
for
get
this
on with
particular
it.
level is
For
currently
honor.
capped out at level 2. They don't want you getting too
Look
strong,
out.
farming enemies or something like that.
Master,
There we go. That's the guy we want.
the spirits are restless.
And there we go.
What
Ring
you
of
want?
Protection. +1.
Lokrigar, no gal.
So we're gonna get an additional
Thrall
armor.
has found a magic ring. Rings are very useful because they provide a constant passive benefit as long as they are carried.
I am the
So there's different
Warchief.
types of damage in this game. You'll notice that these
Yes.
guys do normal damage, right? Normal attacks do extra damage against medium armor and reduce damage to fortified armor. So they don't do good at hitting buildings, but they're generally good versus
The
units.
spirits
Hero
are
attacks do
restless.
reduce damage to fortified armor. They're kind of like the utility. Probably the best. Actually, chaos damage I think is the best. But hero damage is probably the best damage you're going to get that's not like freaky chaos damage. And then you've got armor. Reduced damage from piercing, magic, siege attacks, and spells. So, and that is hero type armor. Whereas
Master?
these guys have heavy armor, and they just take extra damage from magic attacks. So it's kind of like a paper, scissors, rock game. And it does make sense in a way, right?
Yes.
You got guys wearing heavy plate armor and traditional like
I
RPG
am
style.
the Warchief.
Those are the guys that are going to take a
Forest
lot of
trolls.
damage.
I still can't
From a
believe they
mage,
were
for
ever a
instance.
part of the Horde.
Giving you a little backstory here.
Swobo.
Trolls being part of the Horde,
Yes.
and then kind of going
I
rogue.
am the Warchief.
Alright, they netted us here. We can see their difficulty level, level 4, level 3. We're going to surround the
Let's
hardest
get
guy
on with
first. You always want to use your chain lightning on the outside of a particular formation, because if you use it on the inside, you might get unlucky with the bounces and not get the full bounces. And there we go, manual of health.
Dabu.
We're going to get extra 50
Very good.
HP.
That treasure chest held a magic tome that can be used to give Thrall a permanent benefit.
50 HP is pretty damn sweet.
Lokrigar, no gal.
Now, unfortunately, Thrall doesn't keep any of this
Yes.
whenever we get into his
What you
actual
want?
campaign. This is like a big, long
Let's get on
prologue
with it.
campaign. That's pretty cool. It lets you fight all types of enemies. We're
For
going to get into
honor.
that soon, hopefully, as well. I'm going to try and keep every episode
honor.
basically one mission length.
Dabu.
There are some battles that take at least an hour to do, though.
The spirits are restless.
Greetings, son of Duratan. I knew you'd find your way.
It was you I saw in the vision. Who are you? How do you know me?
I know many things, young war chief, about you and your people. My identity at this time is unimportant. What is important is that you rally your people and leave these shores immediately.
Leave? What's this all about, human?
Human? I left my humanity behind long ago. I am something different now. Know that I have seen the future and beheld the great burning shadow that is coming to consume this world. You sense it as well, don't you?
The demons are returning.
Yes, and only by leading your people across the sea to the distant lands of Kalimdor will you have a chance to stand against them.
But how can we...
I will answer all of your questions in time, young war chief. For now, rally your warriors and prepare to leave this land. We will speak again.
None of this makes sense. But the spirits tell me that I should trust him.
Gotta listen to the spirits. Alright. Victory. So I think we're gonna do the second mission here. Just because that was quite quick. And I feel like you guys, if you're getting into it, you're gonna be hungry for more. So let's jump into the next part. So what's the difference between hard mode and normal mode? More. More of everything. More enemies everywhere, basically. Every little tiny encounter of creeps, or like NPC units, there's going to be more of them. Every time you have to defend against a wave of enemies, there's going to be more of them. So be prepared. It gets a lot tougher. Normal, I can basically walk through. Hard, sometimes I got to think. So that's why I prefer to play on hard. So Chapter 2, Departures. 3 days later, near the Lordaeron coast.
It's been 3 days and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting him.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Hellscream. Where the hell are you?
What a great name, Hellscream. Alright. So we're still basically in the tutorial, guys.
We need more.
The blinking button at the top of the screen indicates that your quest journal has been updated. To
Establish
find
a
out
base.
more about your objectives, click on the quest button.
No problem. Let's see if there's any secrets back here. So
Once
first
a
things
peon
first,
has been
we've got to
ordered
start getting
harvest
gold.
He will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest great hall.
You get back
Here are a few additional peons. To increase the rate of
No,
gold
there's no one back
collection,
here.
order them to harvest from the same gold mine.
Oh, they just gave them to me. Nice. So maximum
The
you can
amount
have
of
is
gold that you
5.
currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your great hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases.
What do you want?
You have just placed a rally point for your structure. Whenever a unit finishes training from this building, he
Let's
will
get on with
automatically
it.
travel to the rally point's location. To place a rally point, select one of
So
your
while he's
unit-producing
talking, I'm just gonna
structures
explore.
and right-click on the ground where you want the
Rally
rally
points
point
are
to appear.
important, though.
None ready to
You know what?
ride.
Let's leave these guys alone until we get some grunts. We'll end up taking a
Yes.
lot of like
Training a
HP
unit
damage.
takes time. When your great hall is selected, you can see a progress indicator in the bottom middle portion of your screen.
All right, we'll put these guys on
Ready to work.
trees, and as soon as they come out, they'll go straight to harvesting wood.
The spirits are
All right,
restless.
let's get some more peons. We're gonna need several. Yeah, it's telling you a little bit about how
To
to
increase the rate of which you collect lumber, train additional peons
Oh,
and
we
assign them to harvest
So
from
we
the
need
forest.
gold, we need lumber,
In
and you
order
have
to
to have.
support a larger population, additional orc burrows will
There you
have to
go.
be constructed.
Okay.
Burrows provide the food that allows you to train more troops. To construct a burrow, select one of your peons.
Now, different factions build things differently.
Ready to work.
The
What do you want?
Now, click
Orc
on the build
peons
structure
go
button
into
in
the
the command
building and are
card.
basically unusable for a while.
Notice
Got it. Thank you, sir. Whereas something like the humans, multiple builders can be used to construct something, and then you can pull them off. So you can speed up production, and if you need them to run away, they can. So there's a lot of benefit to that. Let me get some more guys. And then Night Elves, wisps are actually consumed
Work complete.
whenever you build a tree building, essentially. So what we need to build now is a... Let's go ahead and turn that in.
Okie
Come over
dokie.
here, and we need a
Ready
barracks,
to
so we can
work.
start making grunts.
Work.
Go ahead
war
and pop
mills
that
contain
down.
various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. To see what upgrades are available, select your war mill.
Alright, so we can either
All
upgrade...
available upgrades appear
it.
as buttons
We can
in
either
the war
upgrade
mill's
the
command card.
melee
To
attack
research an
or
upgrade,
the armor.
left-click on the
We're going to start with the armor. Now, in Orc upgrades, all Orcs, all units that they
now
possess
that your
benefit
burrow has
from the
been
armor,
completed,
whereas
the
their
peon
attacks
who
are
built
going to
it
start
can
getting
be assigned
divided
to a new task.
later on.
What
This
do you
guy's
want?
finished. We're going to probably build one more burrow
Be happy
and call it
to.
a day. We need gold more than anything because all we can build right now are grunts. And grunts only cost gold. They don't cost any actual lumber. So go ahead and queue that up. No reason not to. And we're good to go.
Let's get on with it.
So the game wants us to make some grunts. We're going to do that in a bit. I like to also hotkey my production buildings. That way, whenever I'm across the map, I can still set rally points and continue production in the midst of a
Work
hard
complete.
fight. Alright, we'll queue up 2 of those. This guy will go back to harvesting
Continue
lumber.
producing grunts until you reach your quest
And
requirement.
once we get 1 or 2 of these guys, we're going to start creeping while the rest of them build up. We need 5 of them,
Research complete.
but we're certainly going to pick up more than that. So, we've got some watchtowers here. We'll be able to build those. They're basically just giving us a little bit of light in the fog of war. And then we're going to go creep out. There's a
Work
bunch of
complete.
knolls up here. One good thing to note about Warcraft, we can actually set the
My
rally
life
point
for the
to a unit.
Horde.
I
So
am
anywhere he
the War
goes,
Chief,
they'll rally to
Master.
him. And we can right click onto
Let's
him,
get
and now
on
they'll
with it.
follow him. So a few little hot tips for you guys
Dabu.
here. So we don't have to hang out anymore. Yeah, and if we build an extra barracks, which we can certainly do, we'll be able to train them faster if we want to.
Okie dokie.
We're currently limited to 40 population. Each unit takes a certain amount of your population, or your food.
My life for
And
the
in the instance
Horde.
of grunts, it is 3. 3 per. Alright. And their armor's done, so you'll see they're getting an increase. They're up to 3 armor, and soon they'll get...
Research
There we go.
complete.
So, upgrades to their attack damage.
I
These
am
guys are
the
sleeping.
War Chief.
I like to let Thrall take a little bit of
What do
damage.
you want?
He's going to regen and then kind of sit in the back.
Lokrigar,
Orcs
Lokar.
have very poor healing until you get into the later levels, and you start getting upgraded Witch Doctors.
My life for
And you
the
can start
Horde.
using their AoE healing, which is
The
really, really good.
spirits Are restless.
But you don't get that for a
Huh?
while.
Yes.
Okay.
Swobu.
Over here, we're going to pick out one guy,
Lokrigar, Nogal.
and then we're going to attack him. Focus him down. You really want to
The
focus in this game.
spirits are restless.
For Doomhammer.
There we go.
Lokrigar,
What you
Send
want?
him back
Work
there.
complete.
The spirits
And there we
are
go.
restless.
A little bit of extra micro,
Yes. My
can
life
help
for
you.
the Horde.
and we're going to set the rally point once again to Thrall.
Lokrigar, Nogal.
And we're going to double click these, and I'm going to add them to my hot group 6. So I like to keep 1, 2, and 3 reserved for my actual units.
I am the War Chief.
And then I'll use some of
Master.
my larger numbered hot groups for my
The
building.
spirits are restless.
And then as we get a bigger army, I'll hot group these guys together to hot group 1.
What do you want?
This guy can go back to harvesting wood.
Work.
Normally I like to keep 1 free builder
My life
with
for the
repair active. And their job would be to, repair any types of buildings that I might have
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance
once you
Internment
start getting
Act.
attacked.
We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Hellscream.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Loktarogar, Come, my warriors. We must drive the humans back.
Alright. So the good thing about grunts is that grunts are just plain, like, jacked
Look,
compared to
look,
footmen. Let's get down here and see if we can't fight that. So if this was on normal difficulty, let's actually not kill them until Thrall gets here to get some of that experience. I don't care if these things get destroyed, it doesn't matter. Not at all.
For the horde.
Just soften them all up. Come in here, drop a chain lightning. Captain's a pretty cool unit, does a lot of damage. You can't actually build them, they're a special campaign only type unit.
Let's get on with it.
So if we were playing this on normal difficulty, there'd only have been a captain and 2 guys, but you play it on hard,
The
and
wretched
there are more.
humans have been destroyed.
Move
that's
Thrall
just
and
kind
the
of a
rest of
small
your forces
instance.
across the bridge, such as the one located here.
Let me see something here.
For honor.
Whenever you see areas like this, cleared out areas, you can always question, for all you know, there's a guy right there, right? And all you gotta do is harvest a couple bits of lumber, and next thing you know, you're getting a secret item. So keep an eye out for stuff like that.
I am.
For the most part, I know where everything is. But there were 1 or 2 things I remember finding in previous playthroughs that I didn't find in my one earlier. Some cool, like, StarCraft-themed secrets, stuff like that.
The spirits
We're
are
gonna come
restless.
back here,
Lokrigar.
clear out these scout towers.
The spirits are restless.
And if I ever miss anything, just let me know.
Yes.
I want to know where everything is, and I want to show you guys that too. Alright.
For honor.
Here.
Yes. Dabu.
So one thing to learn about playing on hard mode too is always over-prepare.
Yes.
The last thing you want to do is kind of half-ass your build. Let's go in to do like your final battle basically, and then you get crushed,
Okie dokie.
and you kind of have to start from scratch again.
Lokrigar no gal.
Pretty miserable. All right.
Yes. Let's get on.
So now
with
I
it.
also see the opportunity to open up some
Your
crates.
time
Now,
has
not every
come,
crate has something in it.
Master, I am the war chief.
In fact, I think these don't have anything at
None
all,
will survive.
but a lot of them
For
do.
honor.
Also, you can look for animals that have
Lokrigar no
unique
gal.
names. A lot of little Easter eggs like that.
I
Sometimes
am
they do
the
something,
war
sometimes they
chief.
don't. I know there's a rat
Yes.
that's impossible to hit that has like
Let's get on with
ridiculous evasion.
it. Yes.
But if you click on it a bunch of times, that's the way to kill it. And then you'll get a talisman of evasion, which is a pretty damn good item. Okay, let's go ahead
For honor.
and attack these dudes.
What you want?
Go
Work
back here.
complete.
No reason to let the most damage
Lokrigar no gal.
do all the fighting. And while they're doing that, handling business,
Dabu.
if you want to be efficient with your time, you can take your hero, go do
Yes.
other things.
My life
For honor.
Free our boy from their cage,
I am
Yes.
the war chief.
and let's start
Time
breaking
to
everything.
die.
Let's get on.
Now, one
with
thing I
it.
will say is,
What
I
you
wish
want?
they had kind of decided to work with the pathing a little bit
The
and
spirits
Reforged,
are
but they didn't really
restless.
mess with it too much. You'll notice our guys still have a lot of trouble
I am the
walking
war
around
chief.
each other. And that's definitely a
Dabu.
legacy from standard Warcraft.
Let's get on with it.
Yes.
Everything gets destroyed,
The spirits are restless.
What you want?
including this poor footman. So grunts greatly
Master?
outclass footmen. Damage, armor, and HP.
Yes.
How can I help?
Alright, we get our first caster here. Can I not
When
destroy
you
that?
control multiple spellcasters at the same time, it often becomes necessary to quickly switch between them to cast their individual spells. By using the subgroup interface, you can
Yes.
do so without having to
I hit
try to
tab.
select them individually.
So boom, tab, tab, tab.
Notice that the currently selected units are displayed in the bottom middle portion of your screen by little portraits. One of the unit portraits is highlighted with a yellow glow. This means that it is the currently activated subgroup. You can switch
All right, we
between
get our first
subgroups by
dwarves.
pressing the tab key or left-clicking on one of the portraits that is not highlighted. This activates that subgroup and displays their spells in your command card.
For honor.
Alright. So something else to notice, if we get one more guy, we're going to go into upkeep, which is
What
a
you
reduction
want?
in the amount of gold that we mine. It's percentage based. So right now we're getting 10 gold per trip. And
Sup,
once
sup.
we recruit this guy
Let's
here,
get on with it.
we're going to be
Yes.
at 7 gold, and then it goes down even further to 4. Let's attack, buddy.
Spirits are restless. My life,
Just like that. So now we're in low upkeep. So we've got more
Your
guys than
army
we know
has
what to do
grown
with.
to such a large size that it now requires a portion of your income to sustain it.
Alright.
This maintenance cost is referred to as upkeep.
So this group is going to be Hot Group 1. They're all melee units. They function the same. I find that helps to keep my my groups straight,
Yes.
is to kind of put like very similar guys together.
Let's get on with
Is
it.
there something over here? I think we can go around if we wanted to. We don't have to fight these knights. Secrets?
For honor.
Nope, just a lot of trees. Alright.
Lokrigar.
So first wave, attack.
Yes.
Second wave, go in
War
as well.
Chief, we've found where they're holding Hellscream, but the area is protected by fortified
they've got
guard
knights.
towers. Then
Quite
destroy
strong.
them.
Stronger than grunts by
Hellscream
far.
must be freed.
These dudes aren't even upgraded.
Huh? The spirits.
Alright, and now we're going to deal with some guard towers.
Master?
So we're going to walk up to them.
Lokrigar.
And then
Lokar.
surround them.
Master?
We're going to kind of do the same thing over here.
Let's get on directly.
Got to be careful because guard towers do have a tendency to sort of
Spirits are
spend the
restless.
mana while we got it. To target out your weakest units. You can see there we lost a grunt. It's not a big deal.
Yes.
I try to keep my units alive. I especially try to keep special units alive. Sometimes there are named units in the game.
The spirits are restless. Dabu. Huh?
Alright. We did it,
Lokrigar.
guys.
Nogal.
And there's our boy Hellscream.
Hellscream, are you alright?
I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride.
Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good.
Finally, follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships.
Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
Like, no, we're all
The
here.
Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Nice. So, guys, there's a lot of history to understand about what just
Now,
happened.
go, young thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
Some of it I definitely want to talk about. Other stuff I want to wait until the game itself kind of reveals it. But I know that some things, some lore things, just don't ever get talked about. I don't want to spoil who the Raven Wizard is. I don't want to tell you. That's a gross understatement about his character. I don't want to explain too much about the relationship between Thrall and Hellscream. But to give you a little context, and that's going to be it for today, by the way. If you're not interested in lore, feel free to say adios. But to give you a little context, orcs are not indigenous to this world, to this entire world, not just this continent. They were brought there, and after a great war, they were eventually defeated by humans, rounded up and put into like internment camps. They were used as slaves, gladiators, and Thrall, having a very interesting life, being kind of taken in and educated by kind humans, but ultimately being a fighter as well, learning in like the fighting pits. I believe he was a bit of a gladiator as well. He kind of rallies his people and teaches them that, you know, savagery is not the way. They become free. It's a very like Spartacus type story. And yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to describe Thrall. He's essentially Spartacus, and he is now leading his people down a totally different path. They're not rampaging murderers anymore. Instead, they're trying to carve out their own place in the world, and they're trying to leave Lordaeron. So that's why you'll see a lot of prejudiced speech against the orcs or the greenskins from the humans, and then vice versa. They have a really long history of slaughtering each other. But guys, that's gonna be it. I'll have some more lore. I'll have some more missions for you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this. But once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to subscribe. That would be awesome. If you like the video, thumbs up. That stuff helps me out. Helps other people find the channel. And I appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.